Good evening, Victoria, and
Good
welcome
evening,
to
Richard.
Intermission Interview.
Thank you.
This is your first year with the Stephen Foster story. What role are you portraying?
I'm playing Miss Jane McDowell,
And who is she in context with the story?
Stephen's love interest, who ends up being his wife.
That is wonderful. Is there any particular approach that you take towards portraying a historical character as opposed to other characters that you might have portrayed in the past?
100%. A lot of research goes into it, and there's limited knowledge about Stephen Foster himself and Miss Jane McDowell, so as much as I can find, I'll do it, I'll add it to what I can take, and then applying that to Bronson's vision for the character in this story we tell, and just becoming her a little bit day by day.
That's wonderful. Tell us a bit about yourself. Where are you from?
Originally Argentina, then I grew up in Colorado, and now I'm in New York for the past 3 years for school.
My goodness, what are you studying?
I'm a double major in acting and business.
Wow. You'll know both ends of the business and know how to do show and business.
100%.
Tell us, what are some of the other roles that you've had in your acting career?
Well, in high school, my favorite role I think I've ever done was Mary and Mary Poppins. But again, that was high school. I've also done a little bit of Shakespeare. I was actually Puck in A Midsummer Night's Dream. But a few years ago, I was in Once on This Island, and I played Andrea, and that was one of my favorite. That was my first contract I ever did, so that was very exciting. And this past year, I actually was in a show called Orlando at my school, and I was ensemble, and it was honestly a very challenging experience, but it taught me a lot, so I really loved that opportunity.
And what sort of pushed you into the field of theater and acting? What was your inspiration?
I think my heart. I don't know, I've always loved it as a kid. When I was 9, I saw Peter Pan, and I said, I want to be on that stage. So, funny enough, I then did Peter Pan after, because it was at my school, and ever since then I did the school musicals, the school plays, and then I told my mom I wanted to do the theater camps every summer. And then when it came around to high school, I had to kind of make a decision as to what I wanted to do with my life, and being different people is kind of what I want to do.
That's wonderful. And thank you so much for coming and spending part of your intermission with us. I know it's a hot day and you could have been in the dressing room in the air conditioning, but thank you for speaking and letting us get to know a little bit more about yourself.
I was looking forward to this all day. I would do this any day, every day, Richard.
Ladies and gentlemen, please return to your seats. Tonight's performance will resume in just a moment.
Well, that announcement that the show is about to resume is our cue to head on back. If you'd like to come and see the Stephen Foster story, visit stephenfoster.com for tickets. We'll hope to see you in Bardstown soon.